What is up, everybody? To Reverse TV today, and we're gonna talk about these Sony fanboys who are now bragging about the people, well, the low percentage of people who have actually completed Psychonauts 2. This game came out last week. I don't expect anybody to beat this game in that short amount of time. It's like people have jobs, responsibilities, families, whatever other hobbies you got. It's like people think you're just gonna play this game straight through and just have it done already. It's like no. Only time I really got to play this game was when I got the days off of work. When I got days off from work, I got a chance to play this game. But I have completed the game myself. Fantastic game, by the way. I definitely see why people are saying this game of the year contender. Definitely a great game right there that Double Fine has produced. But this is this guy's post, and we read the comments. A lot of Sony fanboys agreeing with this guy, but this post he has stated says the Xbox fan base should take Double Fine's advice and finish what was started, which is the achievement title right here. Only 6% of the player base have finished Psychonauts 2, which is a shame because the game is great. Same happened with The Ascent, a measly 3% completion rate. What a joke. Hashtag Xbox Game Pass. So any reason to slander Xbox Game Pass, any reason to slander Xbox, they're gonna go for it. And then you just got the Sony fanboys agreeing with this guy. When the logical reason for all of this is that people have other things to do besides playing video games. I know it might be weird to some of you people, weird to some of you guys who still live in your parents' house in their basement, but people got responsibilities. They gotta go to work and stuff like that. They can't play Psychonauts 2 every day, all day. It's like, yeah. So that's why the percentage is so low. But yeah, let's read some of these comments though, because these comments was kind of ridiculous. Looking at the percentages of a game that launched last week, and I like that because the game just came out last week, man. It ain't like the game been out for like months or years or anything like that. Yeah, it came out last week. Like, how can you really gather data for a game that came out last week to time people beat that game? Like, it's just ridiculous. It's only 8 hours long, but who's gonna play a game for an 8 hour long session? Like, most people don't do that. They play games for 8 hours straight. The most I play a game for is maybe like 3 hours at most, and I get bored or want to do something else. So, yeah. And PlayStation, it's like maybe 30 games I've played for over 3 hours. Most games, it's like most I do is like 3 hours and go to something else. But this guy says in PlayStation, 5.5% have platinums. That's like they're bragging about that. Same with other games too. One reason the notion that Game Pass is profitable as it is an avenue for lots to buy the game discounted or buy DLC is questionable. If only 3 to 6% of people are beating these games, that percent likely to pay more for content is going to be slim. Is that players that started the game or over Xbox player base? Because if it's the latter, it's not too bad, honestly. Sad to see. I should jump ship with these numbers. I'd be getting the equivalent of ultra rare trophies for simply completing quality games. So people that cap for the game probably haven't even beaten it. Weird. I thought this was game of the year. Look at all these fanboys just gathering in one. You can see all these fanboys in one thread. Better to see 90, better than seeing 80-90% for Starfield. Let the damage control begin. I think they need to scrap the percentage thing because Game Pass completely defeats the purpose. Back in the day, you knew people had most likely bought it, but with so many people able to just pick it up and try it now, then of course you're going to end up with numbers like this. Game Pass effect. Here's a game for $1. Here's a little more games for $1 at the console for more people with attention deficit issues. Jeez. So now you're saying Xbox gamers have attention deficit issues? What the hell? The takes just get crazier and crazier. You think you see some crazy stuff, but you keep seeing more and more crazy stuff from these Sony guys. Like, wow. And they keep like to say you get games for $1. Like every year subscription service has like some type of free trial program or $1 program to get you into the door. Then other than that, you gotta pay $10 to $15 for the service. So I don't understand why they keep like saying, hey, we keep getting Game Pass for $1. I don't understand what that's coming from. Weird take. It's just people not into this kind of game, still giving it a go. Confirming that they don't like it. Those who enjoy it are having a blast. Yeah, because not everybody like the same type of genre of game. It's like that's the game. That's the great thing about Game Pass. You can try a game out, and if you don't like it, you can just let it. You can just delete it off your hardware without spending any extra money on it. So people forget that is the perks of having Game Pass. Bro, I spent a F ton of time playing Psychonauts 2 last week, and it took me 13 hours out of 3 days to beat. Not everyone's gonna get past it in a week. If anything, that reads to me like more people have given it a try, even if it isn't their thing. Also, time I started, but then started a new job, haven't had a chance to finish yet. Uh, Irrationally connecting this achievement to stereotype of all Xbox gamers in Game Pass. Plenty of people are excited for these games, myself included. Looking forward to finishing Death's Door and then moving on to Psychonauts. People tend to overlook games if you get it without actually paying. It's the same feeling I get on PS Plus free games unless it's anticipated games. Xbox did to its consumers' mindset is really risky because very few even buy the game. Few also play it. Okay. Most people on Game Pass don't play games. They play for 10 minutes, delete, then move on. Wow. These takes are just crazy. uh, it's over 7% now. Just wait. It will increase. Most people have jobs and a life and don't play one game at a time. Facts. People play games differently now because of quick resume on Xbox Game Pass options and multiplayer games. Correct, mate. I'm playing these 3 games at the moment. I work a full-time job and have kids, but I'm enjoying gaming. Yeah. I like how the game is supposed to be an enjoyable hobby, not just to rush and go through these games like instantly. Because can people enjoy their games in their own pace? It's like, what's with this whole? You gotta beat a game within a week, or you're not a real gamer. This other whatever nonsense they're trying to push with this statement. I don't know. No one has the patience to go through the entire game. It's only been out for a week. Some people have lives, and Game Pass has kept us fed. I'm still in Hades trying to complete that. Not just Psychonauts, but Game Pass dropped more games after that. I want to try the Nuclear Throne, for example. Okay. Let's see. And this is another thing too. So people are wondering, does this guy even have a PS5 for all the Sony damage control, all the Sony? This guy been a huge Sony fanboy. Does he even have a PS5 yet? And I read this. It's like no confirmation if he has a PS5 yet. And that's this crazy thing. Like, how are you going this hard, making Xbox sucks posts on a daily basis? You don't even have the thing that you're worshiping or you're praising up that you're praising to a high extent. If you don't even got a PS5, this is just sad at this point. And you're saying all this praise for Sony and their system. You don't even have it. That's just sad. Oh no, how dare players not play certain games they may not like. I haven't even installed Psychonauts 2. It's not my type of game. And the Sin is good when I'm playing a multiplayer with a mate, so it's hard to get the same time off together. What's your point? Exactly. There's just like these co-op games. You gotta like time it with other people. It's like this whole looking at the percentage to see how many people completed it. There's so many factors that will make it not be a good source of data to go by. It's like, so he says Xbox don't play games; they just troll Sony all day. That is the only game they have to play. Meanwhile, these guys are having Twitter Spaces, like group therapy sessions, each time they can find some type of negative news about Xbox. Okay, let's see. Dude, these Xbox only cap. They don't play games, but play Twitter. Let me see. So what does having people complete a game matter? As long as it's played and keeps people on Game Pass, I answer it doesn't matter. It doesn't affect what does make on a game. It matters to you having a narrative to try to say Xbox players aren't gamers. It's all good. You hype up trophies. You do understand that devs make games for you to finish, right? Not to just start and never touch again. Otherwise, they could just make a demo in the last 30 minutes. Leave us alone about this and start calling your anti-consumer company out there backtracking. Because the game isn't good enough. If it was better, more people would definitely played it. Ascent makes sense. It can be tough solo in the later stages of the game if you don't have the right weapons and upgrades. And that game is kind of buggy too, to be honest. It's like one boss where it's like it spawns multiple bosses at the same time on different times you load it up. So that game is kind of buggy. Let's see. So what was the point of this? To illustrate that Xbox owners have more of a life outside gaming than PlayStation owners? I am confused. That's what Game Pass is, for you to download it and try. You're not obligated to complete it. Wow, if only people didn't have school, work, family to take care of, and other responsibilities in life, I'm pretty sure the number could be higher. That's what they don't understand. It's like people got lives outside of gaming. Like gaming is a hobby. It's like nobody cares about this console or BS these people try to push. Let's see. Look at the quote tweets. I'm pretty sure some interesting stuff in this. Well, they did claim they don't like lower budget and one and dones. They love their repetitive services and microtransactions, though. Wouldn't be surprised if they flip flop their narrative to complain about games being too many hours and too much content in the future. And I'm pretty sure that's a Sony logo right there from Twisted Metal. I'm not sure though. So he might be biased. You can definitely tell he's probably biased. But this is the problem with the gaming service, which I'm playing PlayStation now. It's just jump from game to game as well with no thoughts ever to finish what I started. That's why I prefer buying a few games I play at a time and I complete them as well. The devs need my money. What the hell? Why do they keep saying the devs don't get support from Game Pass? I always are getting supported. They get like they have their game on Game Pass to begin with. They got paid money for that to happen. So that's always a dumb narrative. I've been saying this since Gears, Highbusters, Xbox don't play games. They bring out what drops on Game Pass. That's it. Okay. Use that one straw man example with Gears, Highbusters. Well, even when you can't get the Psychonauts achievements with cheats enabled, they still can beat the game. Completion rates across the board are pretty shocking. Even some of the most completed games are only hitting the 20%. Okay. This is so sad. Okay. And this is why we need them gamer tags. So you're gonna start looking up people gamer tags now. These Sony guys are ridiculous. And this is the same guy that says he's in the 60-year-old man who says he's in the Pegasus Order of Nation, the Order of Pegasus Nation, whatever it's called, the ridiculous group. Like, so y'all got rules on how someone should complete a game. Y'all need everyone that starts the game to stick with that one game and beat it within a week. Let's see. Yeah, this is kind of just ridiculous. 6%, while I think 50% finished Ghost of Tsushima. Yeah, and this game that came out not that long ago. It's roughly 15-hour game. Not everyone can sit down for 8 hours at a time to play a game. A lot of people are probably taking their time with the game, looking around everywhere, going back to complete more. I don't understand the point of rushing through a game, to be honest. It's like, why would you run a rush through a game? It's like, especially with a game like this, with like this like very cool setting. It's like a Tim Burton type of style to it. It's like, why would you want to rush through the game? I don't understand that. Person loved every second of Psychonauts 2. I would rather get my money's worth instead of killing the game straight away and playing it through and having fun. That's what I do. I started Skyrim again with FPS boost. Okay. Let's see. They don't play games. They're on Twitter all day. Yeah, so that is all the fanboys actually rejoicing over people not finishing this game within a week. Which is a stupid thing to argue about or compare about because people want to enjoy themselves with the game. There's no rule that says you must beat this game within a week. There's no rule anywhere about that. So this is just dumb. The fact there was multiple people co-signing with this guy's BS is just insanity to me. Like really, like he really thinks nobody has other responsibilities outside of their hobby. Like it's dumb. But then again, we saw a whole bunch of bad takes from these Sony guys. Like they just can't. I don't know. They're just super obsessed with Xbox. They have to say Xbox is bad or Game Pass is bad on a daily basis. So now they're completing. See how many people completed this game, which is just interesting. So definitely see your thoughts down below about this. Leave a like if you like this video. As always, thanks for watching and peace.